Hi there, I'm John Spade, and this is The Egg for September 21st, 2010, and I'm back. I'm in a good mood today. I'm usually in a good mood. I kind of said early on that if I was going to do The Egg, that I'd have to want to be here in front of the camera, not just for the sake of being here in front of the camera. So today, I have a few things to talk about. Imagine that. But one of them is sort of interesting turn about The Egg and where it's going and how it's evolving in a very short period of time. I've only been doing it for a couple of months. And when I started it, the whole reason behind me doing this was I have this business that I'm working on this side here, still in the works, still trying to raise investors. It's quite time consuming. But my feeling is by using social media and the internet, that I could fully promote and expose a brand new company using nothing but the internet and social media. So that's sort of what The Egg's been about, is tying in Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, all these other platforms that they have that are available to you for very little cost, if any cost at all, where you can get the word out. Interestingly enough, through my eggs, I'm still trying, tracking down exactly how, through insights, how people are tuning in and what causes them to tune in. What's the driving force to make them click on a video or click on Posterous or Tumblr or anything that I'm putting up there. I haven't fully figured out what that is. What makes a video out there get 10 million hits, 20 million hits? Why can't that person repeat? And in a lot of cases with viral, that's the only time that person's ever going to have something of that significance. That said, though, what I have learned is it's possible to drive people to your website if you're offering them something that makes them want to keep returning to the website. And apparently, so far, The Egg, I have a pretty loyal and consistent viewership. And I don't understand YouTube yet. I find it hard to believe, and there's actually one egg I have up on Posterous that it's now got 1,200 hits. That's one for one day, which for me I think is pretty significant. I can consider it a success, but I don't see those numbers on YouTube. And I find it hard to believe that people are coming to the Posterous website, looking at what little content there is and not clicking on the video. I guess it's possible. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how the flow of traffic works, and to this point, I'm stalling because, I've got a lot of things on my mind, so I want to keep things moving. Anyways, that's why The Egg is here, talking about the evolution of it and where it's going and why. All of a sudden, because I'm getting involved in politics, I love politics, I love talking about it, I love talking about the idiosyncrasies of it, the conspiracy issues, and what's come about from that is Naheed Nenshi, who is one of the mayoral candidates, is potentially going to be a guest on my egg. And I'm kind of excited about it. My first guest. And it came about because, I know some people and I've got some of the right people are tuning in. And Naheed, he's really using the social media platform to sort of get his message out there. And I think without the social media platform, he probably wouldn't have the exposure he has right now. I think it's helping tremendously. I think it's going to continue to help. I think the media here in Calgary, you guys are way off base by trying to assert, your dominance, by picking Rick McIver as the mayor-elect to be. It was a big mistake. We're going to find out. Anyways, Naheed is using social media to get his message out. He's got a brilliant message. This guy is educated. He's smart. He's got some phenomenal ideas. And you know what? He puts his money where his mouth is. And if you know the guy, he actually is out there in the community and he volunteers his time in a lot of great causes. So he walks the walk is what I'm saying. He's not a true politician, I think, but he's got the sensibilities of a true politician. So I'm really excited. I'll know probably the next couple of days when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen. I'm going to take the egg on the road, and I'm going to get a chance to ask this man some hard-hitting questions, and hopefully that also helps to take the egg up another notch. And here I am. I'm starting to get pretty excited. Where are we at? We're at the 5:20 mark, thinking about everything I want to talk about. This morning, I went for breakfast with David Winkler. Not a household name in Calgary yet, but the reason I went out, I know him through another mutual friend, and I didn't actually know who he was. First time I saw this guy was at the Inglewood Sunfest, and he's sitting on this bike that's got a big metal can on the back of it. So this morning I had a chance to sit with him over coffee and eggs and talk about sustainability and pedal power and green power. And basically what David's done is he has another business which he sort of stepped aside to go after this, which is, it's a passionate thing for him. So of course, right away, my interest is tweaked. What he's done is he's created a pedal power mode of transportation to get packages around. So he's like a pedal power FedEx, I guess, if I'm going to use something to compare it to. The idea was, in the downtown core, we've already got too many vehicles pushing around, creating lots of pollution, especially courier vehicles, which are start, stop. They're not turning the vehicles off. There's a lot of idling. There's a lot of gases being emitted. Well, what if, for these little jaunts around the city of Calgary, if you were able to put a container on the back of a bike, and it's this container, and he's still building, still evolving, it's almost there. I understand from my conversation he's hoping to launch in the spring, but somewhere in the area of about 1,000 pounds. And there'll be a little bit of motor assist for, those big deliveries where you're maybe going uphill. But there's so many great things I love about this. It's pedal power, reduces the imprint, the carbon footprint that courier companies make currently. I've lost my train of thought. And this is going to happen because I don't script the damn show. I don't want to script it. I'm not going to. So I'm going to have these little brain farts and these little pauses. And I'm okay with that. And hopefully you are too. Anyways, David has created something that I think the ideas of where it can go and how it can evolve and what it can do for the city. And I think, what his future vision is, and I see it so clearly, is you're going to be in the downtown core and you're going to see all these bikes jaunting around, delivering packages from one office building to the next without any carbon footprint. And it's brilliant. And I'm going to be watching every step of the way to see where he takes this. It's one of those things where I hope the city of Calgary embraces and that we make room for vehicles that don't burn fossil fuels. The only problem I can see with it, of course, is the impatient drivers. And anybody that's driven their bike in a downtown metropolitan area knows what I'm talking about. Is that idiot that's in his car that's in a hurry to get somewhere. We're not sure where exactly, but God forbid you get in his way pedaling your bike around town. You're everything that's wrong with the world. You're some kind of fascist. Get behind the wheel of a car. That's where we all belong, right? Anyways, I digress, and I don't want to digress. Kind of everything I wanted to talk about today. I think, where am I at for time? I'm at 9 minutes. It's probably enough. I'm going to talk about more stuff because I spent 2.5 hours with David this morning walking around. We shared a lot of great ideas about sustainability, about community, bringing it closer together. So what I want to talk about tomorrow, I don't have enough time right now, is community and how we bring it together and the little things that we can do and how one person can make such a big difference. I'm going to talk about Paul Hughes, who he is the chicken farmer of Calgary. Basically, what he wants is a very simple thing. Listen, why can't we have chickens in our backyard that produce eggs? Don't we have the right? Don't we have the right as human beings to create our own food? What is wrong with people? Hens don't make a lot of noise. There's not a lot of smell. I don't really understand, but you know, neighbors are weighing in and saying, hey, are you some kind of fucking hillbilly that you're going to have chickens in your backyard to make eggs? What's wrong with that? I think it's pretty smart. This guy was actually running for, threw himself into the mayoral campaign. He's a rather smart guy. I do want to talk about him. And I'll keep you updated on what's going on with the Heat. And I think I'm honestly, if I'm going to start this, bringing people onto the show, which looks like I am, and I'm starting to call it a show, so realize the vision, realize the dream. The egg is evolving. I'm hoping I'm going to bring David Winkler on here to talk further because he's a pretty fascinating guy. He's got some great ideas. And I think I've talked enough for today. I'm going to see you tomorrow for sure. I'm coming back. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.